it away wet. What does that mean when people say that?
That you bought the gear and you put it through the test and you're proud of being able to set it aside for the next use.
It's durable, and we got a lot of durable gear here. You know, the Mirage Drive is a really well thought out piece of equipment. So is this Torpedo Ultralight, the leverage landing net. I got a custom Warner paddle here, an NRS Chinook, and this is actually a custom rod that I built that has a Bates fishing reel. Really good stuff. And when you invest in quality equipment, even though you can abuse it and it stands up to that, you still want to take care of it, especially when it's not in use. So we're going to talk about a piece of equipment that Boonedox makes that allows you to take care of your equipment when not in use. So this is the gear tree, and we're going to go over what comes with it standard, and we're going to do an install video that shows you how to put it together. Because when you have something like this, you know, honestly, I think most people, when they're done with their trip, they just kind of gather their gear, heap it in the corner of the garage, and then it's vulnerable to damage. Like, you know, the paddle could slide down and chip or get run over by a car tire. You know, if your rods are all in a jumble, you can bust, you know, the tips. Organizing it, I think, is really important. And you know, two of the things that are standard are the paddle holder, which we'll show you in a little bit, and then this the rod holders here, which holds, you know, 7 different rods. And it's nice because you can roll this somewhere and then roll it out to your vehicle and tie your leaders on it. Yeah. A couple of the accessories that you can get that will complement what comes with it standard. There is a specific holder for the Mirage Drive. You got one there. We have one for other pedal drives. There's even one for the Torpedo Ultralight.
Not yet.
No?
Not yet.
Oh. Okay. Well, can we work on that?
Sure.
All right. We're going to work on that. So, yeah, let's dive into assembling the gear tree and take a look at you know, all the features that it can provide in terms of keeping your gear organized when it's in storage. So Boonedox is a family business, right? And this just became a father-son project. So Jackson here is going to help his dad, Chad, to put all this together.
So we have 2 sets of instructions. One is for the gear tree rod holder. So all of the rod tubes to assemble to this bracket, as well as the bracket to the gear tree. The other instructions is for the gear tree base itself. So the standard kit comes with these 2 extrusions, which makes basically the spine, and 4 legs that hold the casters. And you get these 2 standard accessories, one being the paddle holder, the other being the rod holders. All right, so we'll get started by putting the caster in the leg. Now that he's got those 4 done, we will assemble to the extrusions. The base extrusion is the one that already has the link extrusion assembled. So on the bottom, we will attach using these holes and the fasteners provided here. In each hole, you're putting the screw, lock washer, and then track nut. Okay, so Jackson did these 3. You see how they're all facing the same direction. I did mine backwards, which is not good, but we're just going to show you how you can mess this up. So I need to swap these and flip them. Now that we're all the same direction, what you'll start to notice when you put these together, they will all rotate. Again, there's not a right or wrong as long as they all go the same direction. So Jackson chose this way, so we're going to go, I guess you would consider that counterclockwise around. We want to align with the bottom and go ahead and tighten right there. Alright, so there's your base, and here's your extension. Okay, for the attachment of the paddle holder, we use a screw, washer, and track nut. Jackson will put the washer on, and need to make sure we turn the track nut with the little hump going toward the metal. All right, Jackson, go ahead and slide it down. And take the Allen wrench and tighten it up. Normally, all this you can attach wherever, but the paddles are the longest, so we generally put that toward the top. So the Gear Tree rod kit comes with 7 rod holders, and the rod bracket has, as you can see, a lot of holes to do different spacing techniques. A lot of it's driven by the size of reels and where that's going to get too tight when you use like big trolling reels or something. Jeff's equipment is primarily freshwater, and the 7 works pretty well spaced out evenly. This weird geometry you've got going on here enables us, if you wanted to, you could have 4 of these all the way around. All right, so Jackson's loading a screw on, coming through the hole in the front. He's got to kind of align it while holding it vertical so it don't fall out. And he's going to come through the hole there, grab a flat washer and a lock nut. And grab another, yep. So he's coming through this, attaching one and aligning this with the next hole that's vertical. Okay. So now these are the fasteners required to assemble the rod holder bracket to your vertical extrusion on the Gear Tree. You got the screw, lock washer, and that track nut. And one thing also to notice is this washer is extra thick. For all of the rod tube assemblies, we went with the thin flat washer. You need to make sure you use the thick washer in this case. All right, you got it? So now we just slide the track nut down kind of one at a time. And just keep coming down. Now your third one. Okay, so the offset design that this has enables us, you gotta be careful how you assemble this, but you can turn it in a certain way where the second one can interlock. So as you can see, you can just continue to build this all the way around like that. If you just wanted to load this gear tree up with rods instead of the other gear. So this is the standard gear tree. Comes with the paddle holder and the fishing rod holder. You can get a lot of different things on here in addition to the paddle, the PFDs, other things, but we added extra items to hold your pedal drive or your Mirage drive. They're sold separately, but we're going to be coming up with a bunch of different other accessories of ways to hold other things.